Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing Tom Clancy's The Division. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today we're grabbing them by the shield. Let's get to it. So update 1.8.2 is live, which includes 2 new legendary missions, nerfs to some of the OP classified gear, and new shields. So the shields are challenges that you complete. When you complete them, you get a badge to put on immediately. And after you complete 1, 4, 8, or 12, those will carry over into the Division 2. Well, what do you get by doing those? Well, if you do 1, which is almost a gimme if you've been playing at all, and that will get you a weapon skin. Keep going, get 4 done, and you get more stuff, 8, and then all 12, and then you get the primo gear for Division 2. So you get the weapon skin, backpack skin, coat, a couple of emotes, and then you get the bear that you can put on the back of your backpack. Now, I assume that is going to be one of many in the Division 2. So if you look at your area where you normally look for accommodations, they have the shields in that first tab. And there's 4 that are unlocked, and I believe the next 4 will be unlocked in 1 to 2 months. So the first one is Liberate the Base, which is the easy one. That's the one that everyone should be able to get right off the bat as soon as you log in. There's one where you have to kill 10 named enemies in free roam, 10 named enemies in the Dark Zone, 10 named enemies in West Side Pier. Then there's 25 landmarks cleared in the Dark Zone. And finally, there is clear out all of the weekly high-value targets. Now, if you're going to do the high-value targets, make sure you do it all in one go. So make sure you have enough intel to do all of them. Now, you will gain some intel by doing each one, but there's no guarantee as to the amount that you'll get for each run. So plan on having the full amount, and then you won't be disappointed when you run out. The weekly reset for the high value targets will be coming up in a few hours. So if you've not done it, if you've not started it, don't start it until after the reset, or if you've got about 2 hours, an hour at least, 2 hours at most, I would say, to go ahead and get those done. So just to be aware of that, the reset is happening between Thursday and Friday. Thursday evening in the US, Friday in Europe. Alright, now the named enemies, some of those are going to overlap with the other ones. So while you're doing the high value targets, you also get the named bosses in free roam. While you're doing the landmarks, you also get named bosses in the Dark Zone. And then Westside Pier, the cheese stands alone, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to get those. So you'll have to do resistance, and you'll have to get those named enemies on the 5th and the 10th and the 15th and the 20th rounds. So even if you can only get to round 10 and finish round 10, you're better off doing that and just restarting than trying to get all the way up to wave 20, because each wave does take a little bit longer. Landmarks, just go through and hit those landmarks, whichever area you like. Now, there will be some competition, but as long as you get a hit on the boss, you don't have to kill the boss, but if you get a couple of bullets on the boss, it should still count. And then the free roam bosses you don't have to worry about. And then the bosses in the West Side Pier, just get a couple bullets on them and it should count towards your total. But that's it. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.
Warning. Additional incoming hostiles detected. Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.